Okay, give me a second, guys. Stretching, like for real. Yeah, it was a very, very tiring. I kid you not. It was so tiring. But the event was worth it. So give me a few minutes to reflect. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you are wanting to see what has happened over the few weeks. So let's talk about it, shall we? Now let me just play my media player so that it doesn't get boring. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm your little bear adventure VTuber Doppel Griz, and today we're just gonna have a very just a normal just chatting stream. We are just gonna relax and have fun for today. Yep. So, what are we gonna talk about? Actually, what are we going to talk? So, as you guys have noticed, wasn't able to stream yesterday, and today I wasn't. I did stream early morning, just to finish 3.5 of Honkai Star Rail. But it was a sudden event, honest. It was a sudden, honest event. So, to start off, we'll talk about what happened on Saturday. So, yesterday, other than resting at home, so I went out and along with FM Kun. So, FM Kun was with me because FM Kun was doing media stuff. And for those who don't know, I also work and assist in the media reporting, which is TSKR or Task Report Media. You guys can check on Facebook for those who have Facebook. I forgot if we do have a site on Twitter, but mostly active on Facebook because a lot of people like check the news on Facebook over Twitter. So we participated in an event called Matsuri. For those who don't know, Matsuri is a one of a kind event. No, this is not the same as the cosplay Matsuri that's under cosplay PH. Matsuri is organized by a different group of people for sure. Okay, give me a second. I just saw something so nice. Let me just take because I have a run. Anyway, moving back. So let me explain real quick so that you guys understand what Matsuri is. So Matsuri is one of the biggest. Matsuri in Manila would be the right one. So it is one of the hosts or the go. Wait, I'm just checking also the details. So Matsuri in Manila. So this event they had their biggest event last year, which was 2025. Matsuri is, for those who don't know, is like Japanese events wherein there's like not other than food, there's also like it's like a literal festival, like to celebrate Japanese. So right now, this year is gonna be their 70th year of the Philippines Japan friendship. So that's why they're hosting the Matsuri in Manila and one of the biggest Japanese festival in the Philippines. Yep. Now, when will this be held? It will be held on April 25 or the 25th of April 2026, held in Quirino Grandstand, Rizal Park, Luneta. So it's like a really, really huge event coming up. What makes this very interesting is that they have special guests other than stage, food, hobby booths, firework cosplay, and of course, kimono wearing and also drifting. Yes, there are cars. There will be also special guests. Some of them for meet and greet, some of them for the concert event, which is the Ruma Rolling, Myrtle Sarosa, Fairy Tales, and there will be a mixture of Japanese and local singers, artists, comedians. Like there are, and also actresses. Sorry. Then we have Maria Ozawa, Maki Otsuka, Sunkissed Lola, Sky Garden, Alex Kaleha, Rin, and many more stars that's gonna be coming in the event. So expect that the tickets are still on sale and they're on a special percentage off. There are discounts. That's until April 25. So obviously for those who are in the Philippines, who are local, who wanted to go to the event, I advise going there. If it's gonna be your first time, you guys will be expecting a lot of things. According to last year, there were fun fireworks. There were also like authentic Japanese snacks. Yes, when I said authentic Japanese snacks, they had candied apple. And as someone who watches anime and also loves food, candied apple are rare. You don't see them in malls. So that's how cool it is to go to Matsuri. And yes, because I'm talking about this, I'm also be going to that event. So I'll be seeing you all on April 25 for those who are going to be going to the Matsuri event. Now, what transpired yesterday was a pre-event. For those who don't know what pre-event is, that means it'll be either a week or a day before the actual event. They were in media partners, content creators are there to like get the glimpse of what will be happening and who will be the guests and whatnot that's gonna happen on the Matsuri event on April 25. So we had a discussion, we have asked questions with the co-organizers and the organizers. We had a lot of conversations. Some of the topics are like related to the weather because some of you all already knows that the Philippines has a very high level of heat right now, and knowing that Matsuri is gonna happen on Saturday and it's outdoor, so obviously it's gonna be super hot. So obviously the biggest concern would be not only if there's gonna be a long line, but how will it handle in case that there's gonna be people who will have heat stroke due to the heat. So the good news is that for those who are thinking, because last year bringing like water containers are not allowed, now they can, because especially with the weather today. So that's also a good change. So if you guys are planning, I advise to have your own water as much as possible to be able to stay hydrated with the very hot weather. Especially if you're gonna be wearing in cosplay or you're gonna be wearing a kimono slash yukata, that's gonna be something. So other than snacks, there we did have good snacks, yeah, provided, and we had like, since we were in the pre-event, we had the opportunity to try out the arcade area, which is MX Games or MX Gaming. They had like old consoles that you can play. I can't believe they have Nintendo Wii. They had like an area there for Dance Dance Revolution or Just Dance. There's also another area there wherein you can play Technica. Yes, very familiar rhythm games like Technica, Sound Voltex, and they even introduced their new arcade machine, which is the My My. Like, that was something. It was wild, honestly. And I'm really happy that they added more. And the best part about the venue is that, yeah, for those who don't know, the pre-event party was held in Brooklyn Warehouse in the city of Manila. And it was fun because the best part about the MX Gaming is that beside the building, it's a school. So youngsters like elementary, high school. Oh wait, well, technically only 16 plus and above can enter. So high schoolers and college students, or even those who are around the area, can just go to the event and have fun. Security wise, they even have, other than they have food, you can actually like take a break there and play games of your choice. Yeah. So yeah, I do recommend for those who wants to check out the place. MS Gaming it has a lot of awesome rhythm games. Especially for those who are rhythm loving gamers, I recommend going there. If you are close to the area or if you have free time, you can go there. Commuting wise, it's not hard. Now for other sponsors or shout out to others, there's also the Kimochi Hobby Shop. So they had like figurines, Beyblades, MTGs, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Ohs, Vanguards, Hololive cards. They had a lot of things too. So shout out to them. And they even, I believe they had a tournament of card games there yesterday. I wasn't able to notice it because of the heat and I needed to get back home because, as you guys already know, in the Philippines, whenever it's like 5 p.m., it's already rush hour. And I had to go home because I have to go out early today, which I'm going to be talking about. So overall, the Matsuri pre-event was actually nice because my FM Kun did ask question with regards to safety and security protocols, especially that since it's gonna be very hot weather, will there be like safety precautions? Because for me, but here's the thing, the only ones that were in the pre-event party were the media partners, and other than the media partners, there were also content creators. So obviously, any new rules that were informed, we only know. But the ones who are gonna be going there that are not media, like the con goers or the event goers, they don't know that there will be safety. There are these rules and regulations. So there were a lot of factors that needed to be made. Some of them are like interesting questions, like let's say, will there be more guests in the future and whatnot, or will there be VTubers, whatnot? The only thing that needs attention is that because of the heat, and in case of emergency, like let's say it rained and such, will there be like alternatives of ways? Sorry, I was drinking water. If you're wondering why my mouth just opened and stopped, I was drinking. I needed to hydrate because I did went out earlier. So other than that, yeah. So again, for those who are going to Matsuri, make sure to prep yourself up. Make sure you have fans, waters, and enough energy to be able to participate from afternoon until nighttime for the firework display. Yes, because I was able to see the video, like there were fireworks, there were like cars doing drifting like Initial D, and then they had like candied apples, which I wanted to get so badly. Last year I wanted to go but I couldn't because I think it clashed with another event. So that's why I couldn't go. So there's more coming in. So overall, the Matsuri pre-event was so much fun. I will not say who I am in the picture. I'll also not say who FM Kun is. So hopefully FM Kun did not expose himself because I'm gonna smack him in the head. Yeah. So overall, it was fun. We get to like meet with different media partners. Me, I was like roaming around the Kimuchi hobby shop because I don't want to like expose myself on who I am. I mean, I am a media partner, but I guess content creator would be another thing. Especially that technically I'm more on the retro and the food side. But Japanese culture is still beautiful to look at, especially Matsuri, because I have never experienced like an actual Japanese festival. Because as I told some of you, I already visited Japan years back, but there were no festivals whatsoever. We only went there just to have fun and vacation, and it was also a present from Mama Griz and my Mama Griz. Yep, it was a special month too, so that's fun. So, other than that, I know there's more. So, yeah. Other than food and others, the only thing that I need to check on is how the traveling will go. Because again, I will be going on April 25. So expect more surprises. I'll also be making an announcement on Facebook as well, on my Facebook page for those details. And just to take note, a big thank you to the Matsuri organizers for bringing us media partners and content creators to be able to get a sneak peek on what's about to happen on 25th of April. For those who are interested, again, tickets are still on sale with a discounted price. Please I do recommend to pre-order the tickets so that you guys don't have to worry about the line. Because as mentioned during that meeting, that it is highly recommended that you guys should pre-order tickets online versus walk-ins, because of course due to the heat, and it's an outdoor event, so don't expect it to be cold or there will be provided electric fans and others, because there is less ways to get power source. Okay, so please keep that in mind, everyone, for those who will be participating. So that was the Matsuri pre-event. So there will be more surprises coming in. So you just need to be patient for that. Now, another thing to take note, after coming back home from the Matsuri pre-event, obviously I had slept and I had to confirm with specific people regarding the upcoming two events. So I'll be talking about it now. So today, I went to two events. So two events, which is Recollex. For those who don't know what, who, when, why, where, and what is Recollex, let me explain. Recollex is like what's the right word? Recollex is an event in the Philippines. So let me check my Facebook page just for you guys, just for me to like showcase that. Give me a second. Let's Recollex. Let me just find it so that I don't butcher the name. Yeah, of course, I don't want to butcher any names as much as possible. So Recollex. So Recollex, or which it stands for Retro Games, Toys, and Collectibles Expo. Now, this is an event for retro loving people and also toy collectors. It's a place wherein you can like find retro consoles, retro cartridges that you always wanted. This usually is a best place if you're looking for like PSP, let's say PSP, PlayStation Portable, PS Vita, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, Nintendo DS, Nintendo DSi, 3DS. There is GameCube, PlayStation 2, Sega Saturn, NES, Super NES, and many more old retro consoles. Same goes with games. You will be able to see like from Nintendo 64, the Super Mario 64, Kirby 64. There's so much retro games that you can actually get there. They are pricey, yes, but it does make sense because Nintendo don't reproduce them anymore, or even like other games such as PlayStation 1. Because and other than that, there's also toys like lots of Pokemon. I see Pokemon toys, a lot of Pokemon toys most of the time. And then I believe other than Pokemon toys, there's more. I believe. Wait, let me try to remember. So Pokemon toys. They had Pokemon TCG as well and One Piece TCG. Yeah, I saw cards, like literal trading cards of Pokemon and One Piece and many other places. They also have, again, they have cartridges. They even have CDs. And then I see Xbox 360 and many more consoles, many more games you can get there. It's not a very huge venue like an anime convention and whatnot. Think of it as like going inside a simple anime con. Like very simple, like only one floor and then not big of a space. Yep, for those who don't know where Recollex was held, it was held in LRT Caloocan Mall. It's beside, once you go to, if you are taking the train, which is, you just go to the LRT 1. LRT 1, you just go down the Monumento and just go down, and then there should be a way there to the entrance to Caloocan Mall. And for those who don't know which mall, it's beside SM Grand Central. It's literally like in front of the Monumento MRT station. When you go down the stairs from Monumento LRT 1, you should be able to enter that place. Yeah. It's not like extravagant convention, but it does bring back good memories when you see like old consoles. And at the same time, you can, for those who wanted to like try out like old games for fighting games or whatnot, they have an area there wherein you can play old games, like you can play Street Fighter, you can play Xbox, you can play SNES, Atari, and so much more. There's also like a booth wherein they help clean, restore, or replace parts of your old console. Yes, they're the same people that actually fixed my PlayStation 1. So I am able to play some of my very old games. Like you guys were able to see me play Digimon World 3, able to see me play Chocobo Racing, and so much more. So overall, Recollex is actually like brings back so much childhood memories for those who were able to experience those. And all I can tell you, I do, other than seeing Kamen Rider like items, yes, I see Kamen Rider. So I don't know if Alex is here, but yeah, there is Kamen Rider belts, rings, merchandise there. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there was like a booth that specializes in those types of toys and stuff. Yep. Hi, Doppel. Hi, Rabbit. Hello, hello. Yeah, I was talking about like the events earlier. Like yesterday, I went to a pre-event party of Matsuri in Manila. And then today, I was talking about Recollex, or the Retro Games Retro Games Collective Toys and Collectibles Expo. Noise. Yeah. So yeah, they were selling like a lot of old consoles, and I will tell you guys this. I believe that's where I also bought like the power source for my PlayStation 1 and also the AUV so that I can connect the audio and video. Yeah, there were so much things going on there. And overall, I really love it because I get to see like old consoles that I used to play as a kid. Because for those who don't know, I am a Nintendo boy. I was a Nintendo boy. So I was able to experience playing Super Nintendo for the first time. And then soon after, Nintendo 64. Super Nintendo, then Game Boy, then no Game Boy Advance. It was Game Boy SP because back then we are not rich. So whenever there are new games, my parents usually buy secondhand. And for us, we didn't care if it's secondhand. What matters is we get to play it, because back then I have very strict parents. I can't go out. I can't go all Monday to Friday. I don't get to enjoy like child childhood stuff. Like I don't hang out with other kids and play games, because it's usually either I go home, either I wait for the school bus to get home and whatnot. And yeah, that's how. And then I also experience bullying. But of course, if I say that someone's bullying me and tell it at home, they will only my parents will most usually do is go to the guidance counselor or the office that this is what's happening, what's going on. But in the end, they can't help. They can't help it. There were those kinds of scenarios. So, Recollex. Overall, it's nice. Now, for those who want to like go to Recollex again, the best part about Recollex is that this is not a once in a year event. This happens in the Philippines once every this happens every third Sunday of the month. So it happens 12 times a year. So again, this is actually a good event to go to if you're like looking for old consoles or you want to fix your consoles, like if you have a broken PSP, like specifically let's say the screen, or let's say there's a power chip that needs fixing, they can do it. Yeah, that's where I actually fix my play. Again, that's where I actually fix my PlayStation 1 and other stuff. So yeah, overall it was like the best feeling ever, being able to like play those games. Yeah, so again, Recollex, best place for retro gaming. So if you won't be able to know who I am there, because I usually like window shop and look for specific things, and what I do is I like take note of it, and then that's it. Now, afterwards, obviously in the morning, I am done with what I need to do. Like I had errands on Recollex. The last thing I need to do is to meet up with friends. So this is where the last event that I'll be talking about for today, and that is the 18th Philippines Food Expo. Yes, Food Expo. Yes, I know food, but wait, didn't you had this last year? Yes, I did, but that was Asia Food Expo or AFEX. But this one is PFEX, which is Philippines. So it's mostly local food expo. So it's like local food expo or Philippine food expo. So who were the people who were with me that back then? Earlier. So yeah, the ones who actually who was able to get my who got my invitation. Oh hey Valimar, hello. Yeah, I was talking about like the event that I went to earlier. So we were talking about like the Philippine Food Expo. So the people who actually were able to come with me was 2 years. Oh my gosh, that's so long. My word. But yeah, continuing on. It was me, Seri Amaran, Arceus Ravis, and Eliodoro San. So it were the same three people who were with me from last year's Asia Food Expo. You guys might be thinking, how on earth are you able to go to Food Expo? It was shout out to my mom. So Mama Griz. She had a lot of complimentary pass, so we don't have to pay for the entrance fee. So as long as we show the complimentary passes, we will be able to enter. And I had extras. It was also last minute too, so that's why all of us went there a bit late. I told them that we were gonna be meeting at 1, even though the event starts at 10 until 7. So what happened in Philippine Food Expo was it was so crowded. So it's not like last year's Asia Food Expo, but then again, Asia Food Expo had so much is so in the business side because they had machineries, packaging, and stuff. A lot of those. They had food stalls more like to showcase the brands, the products. But unlike here in the local, there's so much booths that are selling different local fruits and others. Like they were selling durian, they were selling like chocolate. Like you know that they are locally made. They also had like locally made butters and etc. They had showmais. There's also franchise booths that does showcase franchising products that might come in the future in markets. Like there is like the 21 drinks. Like it's like a 21 in one. Like they had like different veggies and fruits and all of them in one drink. Yeah, it was wild too, honestly. Wait, now that I think about it, there's two. Valendor. It just reported two. I guess it's because one is on. I guess one is. I guess it's. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, maybe it's because one is Stream Elements, and the other one is, I guess, for YouTube. But I don't know. I don't. I don't know how. Sorry. I sleepy. Yeah, it's usually like it's usually in a lot of minutes I'll be sleepy because of the new time schedule. But moving back to the food expo, there were so much free samples. We drank so much free samples, like let's say coffee that has ginseng. We also tried alcoholic drinks. We also tried wine. We also tried like different juices, berries, a lot of healthy drinks. Like I tried barley tea and it was not bad. And we also tried like different types of food. Now honestly, like the best part about food expo is that you don't need to buy food, because if you try almost every single free sample, you'll be full immediately. And the best part there is if you like a certain food, their prices are different from actual supermarket stores. That's why food expos are usually the best place for you to get cheaper food. Like I saw that they were selling like a plastic container of full of green peas, and I know that they don't sell those in the market, so I usually buy them. But now I didn't, because one of the best food that I got that got my attention was they were selling kangkong crisps with different flavors, and it tastes like chip, but it's actually kangkong, and I'm like, wow, I did not know this is a thing. So yeah, I bought those because I want to. Of course, it's me. When it comes to food, I love food. So yeah, I was happy because Seri, Ark, Elio enjoyed the event. So uh they really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that they did. It's just like last year too. So because well, it makes sense because it's all food. I guess the only thing that is like tiring to me was that it was really crowded in certain parts, because this had so much more food booths compared to Asia Food Expo. Then again, Asia Food Expo is like a lot of like more on the super business side, while the Philippine Food Expo has that element, but it's mostly so much food. Like you can tell that it's mostly for advertising and franchising. But then they had free samples. Like they had Majestic Ham, they had Chowking, they had Takoyaki booths. If you want to like franchise for coffee booths, they do have those too. They also have like packaging and stuff, just in case that you wanna like start doing a small business. They cater to those as well. They have packaging. There's booths that specializes in packaging. Like let's say you want the logo. Like let's say I'm gonna have my small business of like selling cookies or stuff. There are people who can like print your face on boxes. So there's that. So overall, the Philippine Food Expo was an experience. a lot of people, but still a fun experience. Especially that I'm with Seri, Ark, and Elio, and I'm really glad that I got them to come with me to this fun event that happens usually one each day. Usually happens 3 days in a year because Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you guys wonder why didn't you do it on Saturday, I was out. If for those who didn't listen, I was out like around the afternoon because of another event, which is the Matsuri pre-event. And travel wise, it's gonna be a big hassle too because it's last minute. I got word from my mom after coming home from work last Friday. So it's like a stretch. I would rather do a day before. But since it was like last minute, it was difficult. I wanted to invite more VTuber friends, but some of them couldn't because there are other events that were clashing. So for those who don't know, today it's not only Philippine Food Expo and Recollex that happened. There was also a explicit event that actually happened today, which is called Spice. Spice is like a mix. It's like, I'm not sure if hentai is the right word. It's like an explicit convention wherein like there's no kink shaming, that's for sure. There will be fairies, yuris, yaois, hentai, so much more ecchi stuff. Yeah, mostly that. Think of it as yaoi expo for those who know, but more explicit on all genders. So overall, Philippine Food Expo was so much fun. I hope to come back again with only with Seri, Ark, and Elio, but also with more VTuber friends so that they can get to experience this fun, fun events. So again, I would like to shout out to Elidoro San, Seri Amaranth, and Arceus Ravis for being able to accept my invitation, for a sudden invitation to go to the Philippine Food Expo. And then for Recollex, I would like to shout out to some of the people there who helped me be able to restore my console and also guide me through with many things. And lastly, Matsuri, I would like to thank a lot the new people that I met from the media team. And then I'm sorry I couldn't like reveal myself because for security reasons, I cannot. The only one who can expose themselves is FM Kun. So yeah, that's about it for the 3 events. So Matsuri in Manila pre-event party. And then we had the Recollex or the Retro Games Toys and Collectibles Expo. And then lastly, the 18th Philippine Food Expo. Yeah. And there's so much more coming in the near future. And don't worry, I'll be streaming normally as per the schedule. For those who weren't able to notice, yes, tomorrow will be a rest day, but the day after would be my very first time doing something different, which is Education 101. And then many more surprises like mukbang and others. But of course, I have to prep up for the biggest event, which is Matsuri. So we'll see how things are gonna work. For Honkai Star Rail, I'm still gonna continue playing, and then once I finish up what I need to do for Honkai Star Rail, what will happen will be that I will take a break from Star Rail, and I wanna focus more on the retro games now because there's a new retro game that I want to play, and I'll be dragging, just like what I said on the goal, I'll be dragging a certain VTuber. Which I should tell them what are his available time. Yes, it's a he. Okay, so those are the only events that has happened, and those are the only things I would want to talk about. So expect more. I'm being posting a lot of announcements later, and then I'll be assisting FM Kun with the reports on the Taskaru page for those who wants to hear news on what's happening, the events that happened. or events that will be upcoming, you guys can check out our media social media, which is not only mine, Doppel Griz, but also Taskaro Group, which is TSKR dash task report media. Yep. So be sure to check out the Facebook page. I believe we only have Facebook. Yep. So that's about it. So other than the Sabaton Donaton goal that's still ongoing, since we're like halfway through the month of April, there will be huge surprise coming up on May. So please stay tuned for further announcement. For those on the NSFW side, I'm sure some of you are already aware that a new artwork has already been posted. So I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, shout out to my VTuber siblings and VTuber Papa. That's a present for all of you. So yeah, that is it for today. So I'll be resting for now. So I would like to thank everyone who were able to come here at this time, even though it's like a very short stream, because of course I need to sleep early, but at the same time I have to work on the reports. Because once I start going to work again tomorrow, I may not have the time to work on them. So yeah, once again, thank you everyone for coming to my stream. I hope you all enjoyed my Just Chatting stream. We talked about not only the Matsuri pre-event party, but also the Recollex event and also the Philippine Food Expo. I hope to see you all on April 25 for the actual Matsuri Matsuri in Manila 2026. And for Recollex, it is always on the third Sunday of the month. So hopefully I get to see you. Maybe I will go. Depends on my free time. But of course, next May is like the biggest event of mine because it's gonna be my... Hey, Doppel. Hi, Rex. Hello, hello. Yeah, I hope you like the present. Yeah, I hope you like the present. Yeah, I was talking about the 3 events that I went to. Like yesterday, it was a pre-event party of an event called Matsuri in Manila in my place. And then talked about like a convention, which is Recollex, or Retro Games, Toys, and Collectibles Expo. And then the Philippine Food Expo. Yes, I attend. There's a food expo. Like it's so fun going in, and then you see free sample, free drinks, free small drinks, and I also experienced like drinking free shots. Yeah, I was able to drink Chinese tea with alcohol, and it was like 53% alcohol, and I'm like, dang. Yeah. So yeah, that is about it. Yeah. For today, I'll be resting up. I'll be working the report before I head to bed because the reports are more important. So for now, I'll be resting for today. So once again, thank you everyone for coming. Don't worry, I'll be bringing back more news. But this upcoming week, we will be playing a very fun retro game. Yes, and it's gonna be in PlayStation 1. I will not tell you guys what it is, but one thing's for sure, it is one of the most iconic JRPGs in PlayStation 1. And no, that's not Legend of Legaia. I wanted to play Legend of Legaia, but my attention went somewhere. And I'll be inviting a guest, that's for sure. So once again, thank you everyone for coming. Expect more surprises to come in. It's just gonna take some time because yeah, I've been working the office now. So yeah, hassle. But it's something that I can handle. I'm an adult, so I should be able to make adjustments. So yeah, that'll be it for today. So once again, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you all enjoyed my fun talk of 3 events coming up. I'll be uploading a lot of pictures later on just for you guys to see what has transpired during those 3 events. So thank you again, everyone. I'll be taking a break and hope you all have a great rest of the morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So bye everyone and take care of yourselves. Yeah. So once again, I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to commission that one artwork. So I hope some of you all who are BL fans enjoyed it. But for those who are not, don't worry. I'll be having safe for work safe for work artwork soon. Just be patient, guys.